Oh my god.
Hello, everybody. It's the team. Yeah, we're back here on It's Fine, Everything is Fine podcast. And I couldn't help but to I had to, we were just having a really good conversation. I had to hop on the mic because I was like, they can't be serious out here okay, so we're watching this video. Okay, let me get into the beginning, right? So I'm watching my God videos. I watch them religiously, faithfully, every single day because Jesus is King. Amen. With that being said, I'm watching my spiritual videos and this one girl is speaking. She's talking about how that people are really out here doing witchcraft on people. It was saying how the suffering is over in my life, and not specifically me. She was generally talking about, that's how I was interpreting it, obviously, because I was doing it about me, listening to it for me. And she was saying people literally doing witchcraft, right? So I just had to pause the video because I was like, there is no way. I can't really fathom, and I know this is real, but it's hard for me to wrap my mind. And it's just funny because it's people are really out here doing witchcraft on people. Who is so miserable and is so dedicated to wanting to ruin someone's life that they're seriously willing to go? What do you do? I just want to know, you building shrines, you taking people's pictures, getting pieces of hair off combs and shit. Over here, getting toenail pickings and all this weird stuff, and burying it and burning candles around. Come on. Get your life. If you are a person who is involved in any form of witchcraft, you need to talk to God. And you need to find Jesus and ask the Holy Spirit into your spirit, into your heart and soul, because you gotta be so miserable and just so bored in your time in life for you to be so disturbed and wicked in your spirit to be able to sit and what are you doing? Taking people's pictures to witch doctors or shrining around them and praying the demons to suffer to put suffrage on their lives. How insane does that sound? Doesn't that just sound really crazy? We were just cracking up, envisioning, you just going up to a place, you just got the picture in your hand, no words, straight eye contact. Just, here. Or, no, you can't see my eyes. So, here. Here you go. You know what to do. Ruin them. Stop playing with yourself. If anybody in this world is so sad and miserable and just desolate in their spirit and unhappy because of what somebody's done to you, look, I just want to be words of wisdom real quick. I've been through some really bad things. I had a really bad day, and this actually, talking about witchcraft and how stupid it is, was actually the turnaround of me. This is the first time I've laughed really hard the whole day, because it's just the reminder of the fact of God, how good God is, and how I've been super blessed that no matter all the bad things I've been through, I've, from abuse to rape to all, I've been beat on, I've been just neglected, undermined, treated like I was lesser than. I've experienced extreme levels of racism. I've been brutally attacked by the police people. I've been through so many different things in life that an average, my counselor told me I've been so traumatized. I don't even understand the level of trauma that I've endured, and I'm just but I can't even help just to know and feel seriously from the depths of my being that I'm happy though. I really am happy, and I'm blessed beyond measures, and I know that my destiny is great, and I still have such a big bright future ahead of me. I'm only 27, and even though I know I'm not young anymore, I'm definitely not old. Far from it. I feel good. I'm healthy. I'm happy. I laugh every day of my life and smile every day of my life, despite everything that's happened to me, and even in my childhood, and even in my teenage years, and even in my darkest stages of life, I still always smiled and was still always happy. And I can only thank God for that, because I know that that came from Him. So, with all that being said, I just am like, this is so crazy. And actually, this kind of all worked out because this goes into the podcast I was going to do anyways. I just feel like this was perfect. Then it all ties in because I was just on the night, the 4th, obviously. Happy 4th to everybody. Belated 4th. I went downtown this weekend to the fireworks, right? And I went with a homegirl and a friend of mine. And so we're at the bar, and there's and mind you, I'm like, we're looking cute, me and my friend. Like, I had these overalls that I've been wanting to wear. They're all white, and it was like, I never really had a reason to wear them until the 4th. I was like, perfect, you know? So I get cute, and I'm a person, I don't really wear makeup or do my hair all the time. I'm trying to do better at it, but I've always just been like a tomboy in that sense, and just like never really cared to do all that. I'm not a girly girl. Like, it's not like I'll get dressed up if I feel like it's important or worth it. But like my day-to-day life, like, I'm not one of those girls. And I feel bad, honestly, for the girls who are waking up every day putting makeup on. Is crazy. Like, I feel like you need to know how to just, like, kudos to you, and I'm not judging anybody. I want to start, or, you know, make sure to put that disclaimer out there. If that's what you want to do because that's what makes you feel good about yourself, more power to you. But if you're doing that because you don't feel confident in your natural beauty, don't do that to yourself, because if somebody's going to love you, they're going to love you for who you are, what you look like when you're fresh out the shower, period. You should never feel like you have to present yourself a certain way for somebody's approval if you are looking for genuine connections in life. So with that being said, I'm definitely just, I've always been like that. I'm not getting ready every single day of my life. It's just not going to happen. If you don't like it, fuck you. If you do like it, more power to us. Like, but for me personally, from how I feel about myself, I love myself enough, and I feel confident within who I am that with or without makeup, I don't need it. So that was just kind of a side note. But, you know, it always, of course, does feel good to get a little dressed up, do your hair, all that. Obviously, I'm a girl, so all girls, you know, like to feel pretty. So, you know, me and my homegirl, we get all pretty, which is not something I do very often. So I'm especially, like, feeling myself, because I'm like, okay, I forget almost how I can look, because I don't be trying. So I'm like, all right, throw on my little fit, whatever. We out here, we in the car, we jamming the music. We got the crowd. Well, as we're driving the car, we got music blasted. I don't got AC, so the windows down. Everybody looking at us because obviously we're being hype. Dancing in the car, jamming the music. Everybody's hype with us. We're hyping everybody up. It's looking over at us. We're having the time of our lives. We're having good vibes only. And so we're having this great time. Everything's cool, and we see the fireworks, which were pretty. They you know, I'm grown, so it's like they were cool, but whatever. There's like a bajillion cops. I didn't even know Grand Rapids was capable of having that many police officers, which is pretty crazy. That's a separate topic. And we go to the bar downtown or whatever. And because I'm thinking, like, and this is what I get, because I parked right in front of one bar. And I ended up going to this whole other bar. Because I was like, oh, they usually have good music and a good mix of people down there. Because, like, I live in a city where it's very segregated, highly racist. Michigan is an extremely racist state. But whatever, that's another topic as well. So downtown specifically is like ran by like strictly white people for the most part. I mean, we're like, you do see black people here and there, but it's like not like that. But I'm trying to keep names out of this. This particular bar is usually pretty good about having like hip hop music and a good mixed crowd. So I was like, cool, let's go there. So we go there. Mind you, there's like barely anybody there. We walk in. And from the minute we walked in, there's like this group of women and like a couple guys, and the way the bar is set up, there's like the open area of the bar, like all these seats, but then there's kind of like this ducked off spot that has like a couple games and like another little couple tables back, like pushed back a little. And so it's like a party, like it's like obviously a group of people, they're all together. And from the minute we walked in, they're looking at us crazy, and I'm thinking to myself, like, I know I look super good, like great, and so I don't really know what they're laughing at, you know, but they're laughing at me, right? And it's like these aunties that I'm confused, because I'm like, lady, isn't you like 40 some years old? Like, you are like super, like, you could be my mom. So I don't know why you're laughing and like being like mean girl energy, because that's ugly and weird when you're like super immature to say the least, because it's like you literally could be my mother. You are like definitely somebody's TT, and aren't you a wife, or like don't you got some business to handle? Other than like, because at this point I just walked in, like I had just grabbed a drink and sat down, like, and she's just staring at me. So mind you, so these people are staring at me, these ladies, and you know everything. They're staring at me from the minute I walk in the bar, like, and mind you, okay, so they're laughing and shit and trying to be funny, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm trying not to get mad because I started drinking. And I know this is why I don't drink and go out, because like I have that aggressive side in me. I just don't show it very often, but I can have it brought out of me. And when I drink specifically too, it can come out. And it's like, not if just on its own, but it's like, man, I'm here to have fun. I'm trying to mind my business, and you're steady looking at me. You steady laughing and and looking over, and you know what I'm saying, you're trying to start a problem with me, and I'm not a problem starter, I'm a problem finisher. So I'm like, okay, let me calm down, because I'm out here having a good time. I haven't been outside in a minute, so I'm just trying to have a good time with my people, right? So they steady staring. Mind you, this is like a solid 20 some minutes in now. So my homegirl goes, and she goes to the DJ and puts on our jam, knowing, like, at this point, I was like, you know what, let me give them a show. And I love to dance. Dancing's my thing. I've been that's, I think, part of the reason why I liked to go to the bar a lot for a long time there, was, like, I just wanted to dance. Because I love to dance. I just love to dance. I love the loud music at a bar, you know, but, like, a lot of our bars suck and they're whack anyways here in Grand Rapids. But, like, if I do go out, like, that's what I'm there to do. To not just to get drunk, but to drink and dance. Like, have a good time, listen to the music, whatever. It's the vibes. So, I'm like, she puts on my jam, and these girls still steady staring, laughing and stuff. So, I'm like, I'm going to give them something. They want to stare at me, obviously, and they want to be funny. I'm going to give them something to really laugh about when I start shaking ass around this bitch and make them feel really some type of way. Because I know that you are jealous of me at that point. And that's weird to me, because you don't even know me. And so mind you too, so we start turning up. Now we're having fun. Now they're really mad. Now they're super mad. Now they thought they was mad just from our presence. Now they're furious, because now we're hype. We laughing. We smiling. I'm singing every song. I'm dancing, doing my thing. You know, we had even the old white folks came up to us, dancing, jugging with us, like, good vibes. They're smiling, they're laughing, like, everything's cool. Like, everybody in the bar is looking at us now, like, everybody except for this group of mad ass party pooper boring bitches are over in the corner, just mad as fuck that we're just having a good time. But like, they never, and I'm not joking when I say we got there at probably 11:15, and we didn't leave till like 12:30. These girls didn't stop staring at us for the whole entire time we were there. And I was just like, I finished my drink, and I was like, come on, man, let's just get out of here. Because at that point, it was like, it became so uncomfortable, and I could feel that my ratchet, unhealed version of myself was about to surface. And I was going to end up saying something like, what are you staring at? Why are you looking at me? Do I know you? Like, what is going on? Like, I'm just, like, because I get that I'm pretty. I know I'm cool and I'm funny and I'm having a good time. But, like, I don't know you. I don't know what your problem with me is, but the way you're looking at me is like you have an issue. And if we have an issue, like, want to resolve it, like, y'all is like TT ages. I'm trying to figure out why these grown women are staring at me and looking at me like as if I'm a psychopath from the minute I walked in to once I really was turning up at that point. You know, but it's like the reality is, right, that people like that, it's not, and I know this, but my just irritated, like, ratchet side is what says it like that, because it's just like, damn, bitch, what the fuck, bro? I'm just trying to have a good time. I'm minding my business, man. I'm literally not worried about you. I don't know who you are, and I don't care who you are. Like, I'm not trying to start a problem. Like, I'm not gonna leave. Why do I feel, like, why are you making me feel like I need to leave a bar because, like, of your insecurities? Because that's what it boils down to. Or your jealousy of my presence. That's weird to me, because at the end of the day, like, I got dressed up and pretty because I wanted to go out to have a good time with my friends. I had no intentions of taking nobody's man. I had no intentions of trying to berate people, which actually, I also, side note to that, whole time I'm out too, like, on top of those girls, I'm seeing all these beautiful women, man. Beautiful, gorgeous. I don't care what anybody says. Michigan's got some of the most beautiful, natural women I've ever seen. But their attitudes are so ugly. Like, I'm seeing girls with beautiful, just gorgeous, all races, all different, everything. I'm complimenting girls on how they look, like, outfits, all that, because everybody's, you know, dressed, it's the 4th, everybody's, you know, it's like we all came out looking good, smelling good, trying to just, you know, be, like, extra with our appearances and everything, because it's a celebration. Like, you don't go to the celebration in your sweats and no makeup on, you know what I'm saying? So everybody's dialed up to the nines. That's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? We're here for a good time. What you think? But, like, as I'm walking around, I'm like, oh my god, you're so cute, and da-da-da. Like, you know how many girls snub their nose at me? And I was just like, I'm not gonna keep complimenting you bitches then, because why are girls like that? I don't understand it. I could never, like, it took me so long to feel confident in my appearances and, like, really be, like, okay with, I didn't know I was ugly, like, or I didn't know I was beautiful. I thought I was ugly. I grew up thinking I was ugly. I grew up thinking I was fat. I grew up with a ugly girl complex. Like, I didn't believe that I was beautiful. It took me a long time. So don't think I'm just some arrogant, cocky person that is like, oh, like, so full of themselves, like, I think I'm better than everyone. No, I don't. I'm very, very humble. Like, I don't think I'm better than anybody. And that's why it makes me so angry, because I'm like, how are you so beautiful and you're so rude and snobby and stuck up? Like, I can't comprehend how you could look that beautiful and be that ugly in heart. And I guess that's where it was a blessing in disguise that God allowed me to grow up thinking I was ugly. And because then I focused on being a good person instead of being all caught up in how I look. However, as a grown woman now, I am aware that, yes, I am a beautiful woman, but that's not going to change my heart. And that doesn't mean that permits me to be a cunt to people. Like, excuse my French, but I don't care, because it's like, how dare you be that pretty and that fucking shitty? Like, it's weird to me. I don't get it. Like, I don't understand how you could be so pretty and just be so ugly. Like, it's actually, like, bothersome. So I'm blessed that even though I do look how I look, I'm as humbled, and, like, at the end of the day, my looks are gonna fade. I know that. And what I pride myself in is I'm not beautiful because of how I look. I'm beautiful because I know how beautiful my heart is and who I am on the inside. Because I would never, ever, ever act like that. Like, that's a ugly girl quality, because at the end of the day, what these people don't understand out here, and sorry guys, that was my friend calling me. I don't care what you look like on the outside. You can be Megan Fox, Megan Thee Stallion, whoever, Angelina Jolie, Jennifer Lopez, Autumn. They're gorgeous women, right? But if they're ugly people, like, you're ugly. You're ugly. I don't care how beautiful you look on the outside. If your heart and your attitude is shitty, like, you're ugly. And I was just laughing because when I'm at the bar, I'm just like, these bitches are so boring. Like, hey, look, we got Roman. Roman in the house. Say what's up, Rome. You know, we got Roman with us back in the house. Go, what are you doing? What's up? Nothing. All right. As we're sorry guys, mom duties call, right? But yeah, like, as I'm sitting here having this good time, and I'm thinking to myself as these girls are getting madder and madder, and I can see how angry they are. Hey, 1 second, honey. 1 second. As much as I can see, Roman, stop. 1 second. As much as I can see their anger rising more and more, it's just, I'm looking at them like, they're so mad and they're so boring. Like, you're like, the whole time they're there, they're just sitting there staring at me with a stank face. And I'm like, what was the point of coming out then? If you wanted to go out to have a good time, why are you letting a random stranger who's having a good time bother you to the point that you're literally ruining your whole night? Like, you're a party pooper. And if you're going to be a party pooper, you should just be in the house. And instead of focusing on me, you should probably focus on what in your heart and what in your life is making you hate life and hate people you don't know, or be crappy to people you don't know because of your own, clearly, because it has to be your own bitterness. Because it's like, to treat strangers, complete strangers that you've never seen or met in your whole entire life like that, to stare at them and have a crappy attitude and want to try to berate them, because that's what they at the beginning of the night were trying to do, laughing and stuff. But until I started shaking ass, making the men look at me like, haha, now you are mad, really mad. Now I gave you the reason to be mad, right? Because now your man looking at me too. And that was stupid. Like, I'm not trying to be like that. But that's what it ends up being, right? Like, karma. Because you could have left me alone and I wouldn't have been doing the most. But I started doing the most because you want to stare at me. I'm going to give you a show. So that's a perfect example for anyone and everybody out there who just has a crappy attitude. Look on the inside. Because if you were to take that time, like, just like those girls, if you would have been paying attention to yourselves and having a good time with yourselves, then instead of staring at somebody else, then your man that you're probably insecure about, which if you're insecure over your man, you probably shouldn't be with him. And if you were looking to have a good time, if you were not mad about a man and you were mad about just like being jealous because you're not having a good time, have your own good time. Don't be mad when you see somebody else having a good time, because if they would have been focused on their own good time, they wouldn't have been looking at me. They would have been having such a good time within themselves that them and everyone they were with would be mingling amongst each other, not looking outward to everybody else. So that's all goes back into everything I'm always saying in my podcast. Love yourself. Focus on yourself. And if you have things that you have to address within yourself to get to that place in your life where I'm at, where it's like I'm happy and I'm okay and I'm constantly doing my reflection. I'm worried about what I'm trying to do, what I want to do for me and the people around me. You can be there too. Like, I'm at peace. I'm peaceful, in my life. And I pray that and I hope that for everyone else out there, because everybody deserves that. But stop hating on people who are in a good place in their lives when all you got to do is focus on yourself. Because that's all we all can ever do. Like, I had to get here, you can get there, anybody else, other motherfuckers, even those girls at the bar that made me mad. I pray for them to hopefully learn from that night to start focusing on themselves and figuring out from that night. Maybe they'll do some self-reflection, like, why did I waste a whole hour and a half of my life staring at a girl I never met? Like, because I would think that should be a cause to really do some self-evaluation, because it's crazy. Like, that's insane. And all my viewers out there, I really pray that, like I said, these are the type of stories, these are the type of moments, and you hear what I'm saying, you are worthy and you are able to be at peace and happy despite all the things that have happened to you. Take it from someone who's been through a lot. I still smile, and that's where, like I say too, take it from somebody who God's renewed in so many ways. Why it's worth trying him out. I love you guys. Tune in. I'm gonna keep up sending out lots of love, and I'm gonna keep up on doing what I'm doing, trying to stay more consistent with everything. And YouTube is still coming. My new phone is on its way, so YouTube is on the way. All right, y'all. Peace.